You're listening to Week 11 NFL Picks with Uzi. Time is flying, man. We're already in Week 11. Is this real life? First game of the week is a great one. We have the Commanders and Eagles going at it on primetime television. The Commanders looked great against the Steelers last week, only losing by a little bitty point. Jaden is perfect for the offense. Scary Terry prays to God every night he finally got a decent quarterback. Now the Eagles manhandled the Cowboys and beat them 34-6. The Cowboys were playing with no quarterback, so we need to keep that in mind. This week's going to be much different for Philly because they'll be facing a team with one of the best QBs in the NFL. This is going to be a tough rivalry matchup, but I'm putting the Eagles on top. Give me Philly winning by 3 points. Next game, we have the Raiders and Dolphins going at it. Raiders coming off a bye week, and before the bye week, they got mollywopped and crisscross applesauce by the Cincinnati Bengals. They're 2-7, and after Sunday, they'll be 2-8. Miami definitely wins this one. They just beat the Rams, who look solid on primetime, minus all the fumbles, of course. It seems like they fumbled the ball around 65 times in the first half alone. Give me Miami winning this one by 7 points. Next up, we have the Browns and Saints facing off. Cleveland is coming off the bye week, and right before the bye week, they got ram-sacked by the Chargers 27-10. Jameis, I don't care what kind of cheesy motivational speech you plan on giving to your teammates. There's no way in hell you win over the Saints and Derek Carr. Carr was so good, he resurrected MVS's career. Yes, Marquez Valdes-Scantling is back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. He's on the football field in 2024. Give me the Saints winning by 10. Next game, we have the Colts and Jets facing off. Flacco had a rough game against the Bills. 3 interceptions, got sacked 4 times. I think he's starting to reconsider coming out of retirement. Now, one guy who needs to consider retiring is Aaron Rodgers. We're always giving this man excuses every week. Not anymore. What in the world was that underwhelming performance against the Cardinals last week, man? Kyler Murray did whatever he wanted against the Jets defense, and they just stood there and took it. Shame, shame, shame on you, New York. I got the Colts beating New York by 10 points. Next game, we have my Vikings and the Titans going at it. Sam Darnold and our offense looked pathetic last week. The scoreboard should have looked way different. 12-7 is disgusting. The Jazz could have easily taken that W if it wasn't for Macaroni Jones playing. That dude should be playing pickleball somewhere. He's not football material whatsoever. Trevor Lawrence would have blown us out hands down. Now, despite our struggling team overall right now, I feel like the Titans should be an easy game, and we should win by a large margin. Give me Minnesota winning by 7. Next game, we have the Packers and Bears going at it. Packers coming off a bye week, so they should be all charged up, healthy, and ready to go. Now, I do expect this Green Bay offense to be on one this Sunday. Chicago just beat the Patriots. Yes, the 2-7 Patriots, and you're not going to believe this. Caleb Williams got sacked 7 times. It's over for Chirac. Give me the Cheeseheads winning by 10. Next up, we have the Jags and Lions going at it. The Lions were doing voodoo, witchcraft, and all sorts of weird satanic rituals before the game because there's no way in hell they somehow beat the Texans after throwing 5 picks. You throw 5 picks and still win a game? How's that possible? The Jags stand no chance, especially with Mac Jones leading. Give me the Lions winning by 10. Next game, we have the Rams and Patriots going at it. Patriots might just pull this one off. Sean McVay and his play calling this year has been extremely questionable. He's been calling some of the dumbest plays ever. Can you believe this guy kicked a field goal on 3rd down with 40 seconds left in the game, assuming that the Rams will somehow, some way, recover the onside kick and have a chance to win the game? Why would you do that, Sean? I'm taking the Patriots in a wild, wild upset over the Rams. Give me New England winning by 3. Next game, we have the Ravens and Steelers facing off. This is going to be an excellent matchup between 2 high-powered offenses, Mr. Unlimited versus Lamar Action Jackson. Lamar put on one hell of a performance last week with almost 300 yards and 4 TDs. Wilson had 200 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. Whichever team's defense decides to show up and play some football will win this game, and I do believe Pittsburgh will do just that. Give me the Steelers winning by 3. Next game, we have the Seahawks and 49ers going at it. Run, CMC, run! Christian McCaffrey's back helping out this offense. They really needed this guy. He looked great last week. Juwan Jennings looked great. Ricky Pearsall. This man took a bullet for this team, literally, and now he's scoring touchdowns like it ain't nothing to it. The Seahawks are a very inconsistent team, and they have no clue how to close out games, so give me the Niners winning by 3 points. You look at the stat sheet, and Geno Smith is putting up Tom Brady numbers every week. And guess what? He's still losing. Next game, we have the Falcons and Broncos going at it. Young Ho Koo. How could you? He's a wanted man in ATL, folks. They want his head topped on a silver platter because why would you miss 3 field goals as an elite kicker in the NFL? Makes no sense. They could have easily won that game against the Saints, especially with how the offense was playing. The Broncos put on a magical performance against the Chiefs last week, almost defeating them with a field goal, but unfortunately, it was blocked. The Falcons are going to be surprised with how Bo Nix plays the game of football. I'm taking Denver, winning by 7. Next game, we have the Bills and Chiefs going at it. The Kansas City Chiefs can't keep getting away with this, but they will. They will. They're 9-0 and will most definitely be 10-0 this Sunday. The Bills almost let Flacco beat them. Flacco, who's around 275 years of age. And on top of that, he had 3 picks, and they just had him by a touchdown and a field goal. Give me the Chiefs, winning by 7. Last game on Sunday, we have the Bengals and Chargers going at it. See, the Chargers have had a pretty easy schedule so far. They haven't faced some real competition. And when they do, they just lay down and accept their fate. The Bengals and Jamar Chase are coming into this game angry and frustrated. Jamar Chase was so pissed off, he wanted to give the reporter a spine buster after he asked him about the final drive. 3 words this man lives by is "I'm always open." He'll definitely be open a whole lot against the Chargers secondary. Give me Cincinnati, winning by 10. Final game of the week, we have the Cowboys and Texans facing off. Dallas is unwatchable, especially without Dak out there. Cooper Rush looked terrible, 13 for 23, a whopping 45 yards. Throw in Trey Lance, maybe he'll give us a chance. He throws a pick right away. You can't make this up. And then Zeke ended up fumbling at the goal line. What a disaster of a football game. The Texans looked great against the Lions last week. Defensively, they looked animalistic. 5 picks is no joke. I'm taking Houston, embarrassing Dallas on primetime television with all of America watching. Give me the Texans, winning by 10. And there it is, folks. Week 11 NFL Picks with Uzi.